I'd like to share scripture with you this morning before we go into our story. It's found in Ecclesiastes 4, verse 9, 10, and 12. Two people are better than one. They get more done by working together. If one person falls, the other can help him up. An enemy might defeat one person, but two people together can defend themselves. This verse reminds me of a dear friend who came to my aid when I didn't fall, but was quite paralyzed in shock. See, we like to go on walks together, and this one afternoon, my friend and her 2-year-old and myself and my dog Bowser were going on a walk through the neighborhood. We're kind of coming to the end of the walk, and there was a little hill ahead of us, and my friend said, "Uh-oh," and she picked up her daughter, and then I looked ahead to see what she was saying "uh-oh" about, and I saw 2 dogs without owners, and they were walking down the road towards us. I didn't really think too much about it. Now, I've walked with friends who see dogs that look like strays around, and one friend I walk with, she'll yell at the dogs and say, "Go home," and makes a lot of noise and kind of shoos them away before they ever approach. I wasn't thinking like that. Well, the dogs did approach. And as they came closer, I thought they were just kind of curious, but I didn't realize till later that the hairs on their back and the ridges were up, and my dog Bowser's hairs on the back of his neck were up as well. And as they came closer, I must have been looking up, kind of around at my friend or something, and then the next thing I know, I looked down, and all I saw at the end of my retractable leash was Bowser's head. I didn't actually see Bowser's head. Bowser's head was inside the mouth of the dog that was approaching. And all I could see were his 4 little legs and his rump. That's when I was paralyzed. I didn't go into action. I didn't yell. I didn't scream. I didn't throw anything. I think there was a thought about I should really get Bowser away from this dog, obviously, but I was thinking how I would do it. And I had in my head the story that my uncle had told me about a buddy he knew who had broken up a dog fight by reaching in, and then he ended up getting bitten, and then his hand was infected, and then he lost part of his hand. But in my head, in an instant, I'm thinking, don't do that. Then, still there, just still seeing this and kind of in shock, not knowing what to do, I didn't realize what my friend was doing until later. So, all of a sudden, the dog released Bowser from its mouth, and I seized the opportunity and reached down and grabbed Bowser and clutched him to me. And then I started yelling, picking up some rocks and throwing them, and my friend was yelling, and even her little 2-year-old was yelling at the dogs. And the dogs walked away. They were kind of like little, I don't know, looking at us like, are you serious? And then they kind of meandered away slowly. And then we made our way back to my house. And on the way, this is where I found out why the dogs released Bowser. It was because my friend Janessa, she tells me, I was just kicking as hard as I could, and I just kept kicking. So she, holding this 2-year-old on her hip, was kicking with all her might. And because of that, because of my friend who was with me, 2 being better than 1, she was able to get the dog distracted, and I was able to reach in and pull Bowser to safety. An enemy might defeat one person, as the scripture says, but two people together can defend themselves. And I hope that each one of you has a great friend by your side. And we know we all have our friend Jesus. His life on earth and his teachings can comfort us and give us wisdom in how to live our lives and how to be a good friend to others. Happy Sabbath to you.